So I just finished Madoka Magica, and oh my God, that show was crazy. When I say crazy, it was crazy. So, okay, first of all, let's start with this. I thought that it was extremely slow. The beginning, I would say the first 5 episodes was like, oh, what is this? I mean, I've heard good things. I've heard it's very interesting. It seemed kind of like interesting. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad, but was very slow. Wasn't pulling me in at all. Didn't love the art design. Didn't love really anything about the show. But I said, you know what? It's only 12 episodes. Let me keep going. Episode 6 or 7. I think it was episode 6. That's when it started getting crazy. And if you don't know, oh, also spoilers. All right, you've been warned. That's, I think, the episode where she threw the egg off the truck. Yo. So I would say the best part of Madoka Magica was episode 7 up until episode 10 or 11 when we get the twist that's revealed. Now, I'll say that when they finally revealed the twist, because I thought they were going to kind of reveal the twist at the very, very end, but what they did was they dropped it in episode 10. Episode 10 was the banger, okay? So it sucks to say, but if you want to give this thing a try, you got to watch it until episode 10, because when they drop episode 10, which is like the reveal, that's when they let you know what's going on. It blew my mind. I had some sense of what was happening, but I had no idea just exactly how it was happening. I knew who Hamura was. I knew how she was somehow connected, but like, then it started getting weird, right? Like, I think I still have a sense of what ultimately happened. But it just kind of felt like Darling of the Franxx, kind of felt a little bit like the end of Neon Genesis. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like ambiguous. I don't understand why she couldn't make a better wish. It was so the ending I didn't love. I didn't love the ending. Overall, I was much happier than I thought I was going to be. It was looking like it was going to be like a C+. This was a solid B anime. I could recommend watching it only because it's 12 episodes. If it was longer than 12 episodes, I say no, absolutely not. But it was 12 episodes, and trust me, episode 7, possibly 6, through episode 10, absolute banger. You will have a great time. I think it also goes into episode 11. The ending for me, I could take it or leave it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the ending was bad. I didn't like the ending, but I loved the reveal. I loved the twist. The characters were not very good. There's not a single character that I cared about in that show. I just kind of wanted to know what the whole thing was about. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to know what this twist was. And I guess I could kind of spoil it for y'all since I've already said spoilers. So the twist is basically her friend, the one that's like stoic, is traveling through time. And she's going back. Now, I'll say this too. I thought that they handled it, the time traveling thing, way better than Steins Gate. And Steins Gate gets like a legendary like status for how they dealt with traveling through time. I thought that it was the exact same concept. I mean, you know, the execution was different, but it was the exact same concept. And I thought they handled it way better. Again, episode 6 or 7 through episode 10 or 11, that's the anime. That's the show. That's what you need to watch for. If you don't like that part, then you know what I mean? It is what it is. It sucks that you have to go through 5 episodes of not enjoying it. I don't know if anyone's enjoyed the first 5 episodes. Most of the people that left comments said that they didn't really enjoy it. Completely understand why. It was boring. It was so boring. Wasn't bad. It just was like, man, I could be doing something better with my time. Now, granted, I think that anime suffered a little bit from the pacing of new anime. So also, I was on episode 5. I finished it out yesterday. But I also watched Shangri-La. I also watched Windbreaker. I also watched Mushoku Tensei, which was a great episode, a cute episode. But yeah, a solid B anime. The heart of the anime, the fun part of it is episodes 6 or 7 through 10 or 11. The characters are kind of blah. The art style is kind of blah. The overall story is kind of blah. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be mad if someone gave this a C. But I think it's a solid B because the heart of the anime, the heart of the conflict where we find out that she's traveling back in time, where we find out that basically the magical girls are seeds to become magical witches. not magical witches, just witches. That was cool. That I enjoyed that. I kind of already suspected it, but these girls, they give them magical powers. Now, the whole reason why the beings were doing it seemed kind of stupid too. You know what I mean? Apparently, when a magical girl loses control and gives into despair, when she becomes a witch, they give off like a lot of energy. What? You got the ability to travel through the universe, and that's like, you know what I'm saying? And then it was kind of messed up saying how like teenage girls are the most emotional, and human emotion is what fuels energy. Again, like I said, the ending of it, didn't love it, but from the point where they started revealing that the girls no longer were alive, their souls had been removed and they were in the egg, and then the magical girls were going to become the witches, all the way up until the point where we find out that Hamada is traveling back in time to try to save Magna. That was a plot hole, and I'll probably just talk about that in another video because this video is already 6 minutes. But would I recommend Madoka Magica? If you're an anime fan and you like pride yourself or you want to see the classics that everyone recommends, do it. It's a solid anime. It's only 12 episodes. It's not that big of a deal. But just know that the majority of it, episodes 1 through 5, and I felt the last episode and a half wasn't that good. So it's your call. Madoka Magica, I'm going to give it a solid B, maybe even a B minus. And that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think about it in the comment if you have read it. I'm sorry, if you've watched it.